How are you? Um, Wanted to do a video in Scorpio coming up, October 8th. I know a lot of pain and traumas deep down buried inside of us are coming up to the surface around this time. Scorpio season. It's where our dark side kind of is coming to the surface, and we're starting to. I feel like this is a good time for healing our deepest, darkest wounds, and it's a time where we can kind of break out of our old habits and our old way of being, and it's an exciting time. Do I sound excited? No, I don't sound excited. I'm so monotone. That's what I get told, but I'm excited as shit because I see where, like, it's like every day there's like a new puzzle being added. Or did I say there's a new puzzle? There's a new piece of the puzzle being added to complete it, and I've had so much energy healing going on within myself, and I feel like I do a pretty good job. I think I could be a little better. I think I'm just a little hard on myself. With balancing my head and my heart. That's my goal, is to have a complete balance, be in complete harmony with myself. It's a balance between mind, body, and spirit. But this new moon is in Scorpio, and the sun is in Scorpio. My Venus sign is in Scorpio. I think my Pluto. So this is a strong energy for me. Strong. I have a few signs in Scorpio, actually, more than 3, I think, in my birth chart. I don't understand how all the planets work with my energy. But I'm getting better with astrology. I've picked up a lot, and it's definitely a good tool to have because it helps you maneuver through the shitstorm that life can be at times. And it's been like that for a good amount of years, and learning astrology and learning more about how to heal myself and meditate, just how to really focus on healing in all ways, it's so fucking awesome, because there's not a day that I'm not gaining something, even if it's one of the worst days of my life. Even if it's an awful day, I look back and I say, wow, I've never thought about it that way, or I've never felt things this way. And sometimes it's gonna be extreme, sometimes the pain is gonna be severe, and we have to understand that we can get through anything, and we can change other people's perception through changing ours first. And that's the only way that we're ever going to be able to create a better world, is if we create our world in all the right ways, and kind of let go of what we feel we have to be, or what we feel is necessary in keeping yourself a part of the broken culture we live in. So once we kind of can break ourselves free from that just a little bit, we can start to focus on fixing ourselves for the societal issues. karmas that need to play out, and friendships that we need to release, or friendships that we need to heal to unify them. And I think that's everything that this new moon is showing, is at least for those who are ascended. I mean, it's hitting everybody, whether they're conscious of it or not, but obviously those who are conscious of it are going to gain more from a full moon or a new moon or a daily lesson, anything. If you're more conscious and more aware of what you're going through, and you're more familiar with your existence, then it's going to be more impactful. But we're all going through it. I just had a conversation with a friend, and he's really going through a lot of transformation, and a lot of traumas coming up, and a lot of childhood stuff. I'm totally in the same place, and it's funny just to actually, it's not that it's funny, it's very interesting to see how everybody's being affected at this time, and how it's a collective consciousness, and we are all kind of just growing through our pains. And some of us can't handle this, some of us can't handle the severity of what we're going through. And right now I feel like it's essential to be around people that make you comfortable, and you don't have a house all day just you don't have to go through it alone. You can talk to me if you don't have anybody else to talk to, and if you have somebody to talk to that you feel comfortable with, whatever you're going through right now, because we're all going through the darkness, the beauty, and there's a lot of good that is going to come with this new year too. Like, I feel like this new year is a complete transformation into just like, it's like just stepping into whatever we're meant for, whatever we're meant to be doing. And there's no more taking the backward steps to fix ourselves. It's like, okay, we did the work to fix ourselves, and now we must do the work to the physical work to get to where we want to be. The internal work is the most important. If you're doing the internal work and you're not just numbing it, and you're not just brushing it over and then going back into your old ways, you're being true to yourself, and you're keeping it real with yourself. You're not being flaky, you're not going back on your word, you're just being true and following full steam ahead on what you believe in. And you don't listen to those opinions outside of yourself, because you know that it's been a hard past few years, and life is hard in general. Life is not easy, and there's so much beauty in it. And yes, we're gonna have the off days. We're gonna have the days where we may not want to be here. We're gonna have the days where we don't want to keep going. We're gonna have the days where we feel worthless. We feel like, and we're supposed to have those days so that in the future, when we're having those days, or we begin to have thoughts of that create those days, really, we step out of that and we think about the bigger picture and all of that we've been through, we've worked through to get to the point we're in. And I just think that once this Scorpion energy we get through it. Sagittarius is on its way, and that's one energy. You know, I know that there's different, like the full moon coming up. I don't know what sign that's in, but for every sign there's a new clearing to be done, and I just feel like the darkness is really being lifted off of us at this time, and the Sagittarius energy will be more of that, let's get to it, let's go on the adventure, let's live our dreams out. We don't on healing, live the dream. We've already worked our work out of ourselves because we've been major healing at this time, and this is just a huge transformation energy, Scorpio. So if anybody wants to reach out to me and just ask any questions, like about anything, whether it's if you need relationship advice, you need a friend to just hear you out on the pain you're going through, I love it. You know, like, I understand what it feels like to go through the pain and feel alone. It's always nice to have somebody who can really get in your head and get in feels with you. That's what I want to do. You know, I want to create this YouTube platform so we can heal together, and so that I can learn from you as you learn from me, and that's it. I just understand, you know, I understand that life is scary, and it's scary to come clean on all of your hurt. And a lot of my issues have actually been deep patterns, you know, that I've cleared and I'm understanding. Just like from like teenage years till now, you know, it's been so many years. It's not like I got pissed at my boss, or like, it's big shit. I had a bad day at work. I mean, I've had to go through a lot emotionally. There's a lot of business opportunity that I've opened myself up to as well, and I see that coming into fruition soon. I just think that I needed to take the time to fix myself, because I realized that I was kind of faking it with the whole business thing, while I really wanted to focus on healing my own energy. And it created very easily for me, and know that I don't really have that fear of it at all anymore, and that fear of security. And I'm learning to trust myself and my own power, you know, like, if you can trust your own power, you're gonna create beautiful things in your life. And whether it's money or whether it's your dream job and it's actually stable, and you don't have to step outside of I don't know what I was just gonna say. That didn't really make sense. You do have, because I mean, you're gonna step outside of the box when you gain that kind of confidence, because it's not gonna be a scary thing to do. And I feel like we come up with a million excuses to why we don't step out. We don't kind of sit in our pain. Or 1 second, guys, just gotta pay a toll. How are you? Have a good one. yeah, as a year is just, for a lot of us, it's the year where no more holding on. There's no more worrying what we can't do and can't achieve, and because that's all just been programmed into us and by those around us, because they've lived lives that haven't fulfilled themselves. So when it sounds too good, just like when you're a happy person, it's always looked at as, what the fuck's wrong with this person? Why, how the fuck are they so happy? How are they not? I'm annoyed with. They're gonna, like, people are gonna question when it's nothing to do with theirs, because they're following what the norm is. Don't be normal. Face your emotions this new moon. And I think I'm gonna do a fast. I think it's a 36-hour fast that I saw on the internet that some people are doing for this new moon, and it made me think I want to do that. I think I'm gonna just do a water fast. I probably won't work for the days that I fast, so I'm excited, and I feel like I need this to really propel myself into my full head-on truth. And I think if anybody's looking to spiritually propel themselves, then you better get on it. Get in on this new moon and maybe try a fast, even if it's 12 hours, 24 hours. It's very good to do a fast, because it teaches you great discipline, Daniel-san. And you have to focus on the internal problems, unless you want to cave in and go back to your erratic behavior like binge eating that we all do, and just cave in. It's easy to cave in, you know. I think people really just give up, and I have done it for a long time, but no more giving up, no more giving in. Complete and utter giving my soul away to the universe. Whatever is meant for me, the universe will reward me with, because I got some good karma going on. I actually got out of a speeding ticket the other day. And I mean, I was speeding, but it was kind of be like a sign for what's the speed limit was. Doing like 65 and a 45, but the 45 sign was like over a hill, and once I saw the sign I slowed down, but the cop was already like pretty close to me. But I talked myself out of it, and I was just like, you know what, that is awesome. I've never talked myself out of a ticket with a cop, but I just think it's the universe rewarding me. I really believe that the energy I put out, the work I do, that's what's coming, is all the gifts I'm ready to receive, and I'm ready to fully trust myself. And I hope you are too, because that is so powerful, to trust yourself and your decisions. I mean, just make your choices based off of your greatest good. And that's the greatest good of everybody around you. So I love you guys. Message me, hit me up if you want to talk. Like the video, share the video. Love you. Peace.